And a long weekend, they don't leave their positions on. They buy their positions back. That's what moves the stock market up. It's not new money coming in. If an institution spent $5 million shorting Apple, well, he's not going to, and he left on Monday, or he's leaving today, he's going to square his position. He buys those shares back, and that's what pushes Apple up and all the other stocks. But see, no one's going to explain that to you. So people are jumping in these stocks thinking, oh, boy, I'm going to get rich. No, you're not, because the market is going to go much lower. Much lower. Inflation is going to get much worse. We got a real problem. It's just not a U.S. problem. It's just not an inflation problem because we have a $30 trillion debt problem. That's where a lot of our inflation comes from. We have a global problem. We have a global debt problem of $333 trillion. We think that inflation is not a light switch you turn on and off. That's what the fake business news network wants you to think. Inflation is really tough to handle because no one has the guts to do what it takes. You got to break the back of inflation. To do that, you must be willing to break the back of the stock market, like Volcker did in the 70s. He broke the back of the stock market. The stock market went down, collapsed. But you got to do that. You got to get all the excess out of the stock market. For 14 years, this market has never had a real correction. Prices of stocks are insane. Some of these stocks that are trading at $422 aren't even worth $100. This is 14 years of low rates, and it was all fed by printing money, the Federal Reserve printing all this money and keeping interest rates low, and companies buying their own shares. How do you think their share prices went up? Their stock prices didn't go up because they created new goods. They came up with new ideas. They invested trillions of dollars in their business, business investment. They increased productivity. They increased wages. They hired people. They didn't do any of that. They get the money from the Fed free, and they buy their own stock. 14 years later, we think you're going to just turn the market's up. Oh, the market's up 570 points. Inflation's over. Oh, this is it. Oh, this is the bottom. God. You know what the real problem is? We have jerks running our country. We have jerks running our country. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're dummies. We have dummies. We have dummies sitting on the Federal Reserve Board. We have dummies ahead of the board. It's just amazing. I'm a dummy because I can't find the cuts. But anyways. Hold on. All right, we'll re-rack it. Okay, they're going to re-rack my cuts. But anyways, I'm just telling you, this inflation's not over. It's going to get worse. And the stock market's going to get worse. The market is not done yet. All right, here, let's talk about commodities, okay? How's inflation over with? It's going to get much worse. The commodities are going to make it much worse. Have you been looking at the commodity prices? They're soaring. Look at our oil. Look at coal. Look at wheat. How can anyone say the bottom is in the stock market and inflation, it's coming down now, we're okay, it's peaked? Peaked? Do you understand that most of Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe, maybe the world. They can't even get their wheat out. Prices are going to keep going up. Prices are going to soar. That's inflation. Don't tell me this is peaked. The market's up 554 points. For God's sakes, they're telling us the bottom is in. Jeez. Just go look at the volume today. Go look at the volume. They'll tell you the bottom's not in. They'll tell you this is just a short covering rally. And people are getting hurt. My gang members aren't. They know what it is. Now, let's talk about another reason why inflation is going to get worse and why the market's going to go down to 2,800. That's right, 2,800 I'm projecting. China, India, All these other countries that we used to think of backward as third world countries, their middle class is growing faster than our middle class. The demand for cars and appliances and big screen TVs are off the charts, but they can't get them produced. So prices are going up, causing more inflation to go up, not down. The Federal Reserve, they just expanded the consumer credit to $52 billion because they want people to go out and spend. Did you understand this? They just expanded. They doubled it. It's at 50. It's $52 billion a month. They're printing money and they're expanding credit to consumers, saying, "Here's another $52 billion every month. Go use your credit cards. Go and buy. Everything's fine. Everything's bottomed out. No more inflation because the market's up 500 points. You idiots! Unbelievable."
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, as I said before the break, it really gets frustrating because they come out and they just lie. They don't tell the truth. Why don't they just come out and tell the truth like I did with my gang members? I told my gang members last week this was going to happen, that we're going to get a rally. And yesterday, I said to my gang, I sent them an alert. Start watching the semiconductors. They're going to rally. Before that, I said, watch the banks. Now, we're short in the market. We're making money as this market went down. Like the NASDAQ, we did really well. NASDAQ went down nearly 30%. The S&P down about 20%. We're doing well. But when you get these little rallies, they're just relief rallies. But their job, the fake business network, is to lie to you and keep telling you how inflation, it's now peaking and at the bottom of this market's in, and start buying again. Now, we bought, I had my members go in, and I told them about the banks. We did very well. Banks were up, most of our banks were up 7% in a couple days, 2-3 days. KBH was up 9%. That's a builder. Another Lennar, we bought Lennar in 2 days, was up 10%. But these are investments. These are called swing trades, called short covering. You got to understand how the market works. But they're not going to tell you how the market works. Here we do. We tell you how it works and what you can expect. So now my members, if they're making 9% on KBH or the bank, JP Morgan, 7%, they know it's going to come back down. They're not buying it as an investment. These are called swing trades. And on the way back down, we're going to make money because we just switch our position and short it. Why can't they just tell the truth? Because inflation is going to get worse. As I said to you, the biggest problem we have is the commodities. The commodities are getting more and more expensive, especially you take the wheat, Ukraine. I mean, they provide the world. I think they're the third largest provider of wheat in the world. Top 5, thank you, top 5. That's all shot to hell. Prices are going to keep going up. So how can you say inflation's over or it's peaked? We have big problem with China and India. Like I said, all these other, we thought were backward countries. They're not backward anymore. They have a bigger middle class than we do. But they're all, guess what? They don't have enough TV screens. They don't have enough appliances, enough cars. Their production's down. They've been shutting down their economy. So prices are going to go through the roof. More inflation. The Federal Reserve just expanded more consumer credit. They increased it by $52 billion a month so people go further in debt. They don't want the market to go down. They don't want the market to go down. So they're going to put people more in debt. Spending under Biden, no wonder we have so much inflation. Spending is going off the rails. That's not going to stop. You don't put on a light switch and turn it off. He's going to keep spending. We're in this mess because of his spending. of all those programs when he turned down, he said, you closed down the economy. And the infrastructure program, the Build Back Better program, the COVID program, all the different programs he did. I can think it's like 4 or 5 of them, trillions and trillions of dollars. That's all him. That's all him. That's inflation. We think that's going to just shut off tomorrow? Military. They're all going crazy now because China now has this hypersonic missile. They're all talking now about they have to spend money. We got to compete with them. That's more inflation. Just look at our Social Security and Medicare, for God's sakes. How can we say the bottom is in? First of all, the bottom's not in because they're still raising rates. Yesterday, they came out and said, we're going to continue to raise rates. So how can they come out today and say the bottom's in? But going back to more inflation, you got Social Security and Medicare. Those costs are going through the roof. I didn't have to go through all that. The Federal Reserve. Remember what their job used to be. When they started off Federal Reserve, they're the bank of last resort. They used to be able to make sure all the banks didn't go broke. They used to take care of banks. Well, guess what? Didn't work. The banks went broke under them because they do nothing well. So you fast forward now, they changed their mandate, secret mandate now. Don't let the stock market ever go down. Keep printing money, keep printing money, keep printing money. Keep the inflation going. So the very, very wealthy, the top 1% and the 1/100th of 1%, their assets will keep going up. That's their new job. Do anything, make sure the market doesn't go down. So the market starts going down. Now they're trying to run up 600 points today. What are you, nuts? So what did they do? They printed more money. They went out. They're buying stock. It's all inflationary. And you got people, look at the yields. Yields are coming down and people are jumping into bonds. You're going to lose money going into bonds. I'll tell you, you're going to get slaughtered. But you got to understand where all this started. And again, as I said, I got my sound effects back up. But the biggest problem we got dopes. We got dopes running our country. We have very stupid people. We have dummies running our country. Dummies making decisions for you and I. I mean, just think about the dummies we have. Here, listen.
The only way to spare more pain and more loss, the only way, these millstones no longer mark our national mourning. These milestones, I should say, no longer mark our national mourning.
And then we have Camellia.
So Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Remember Powell?
These one-time increases in prices are likely to have only transitory effects on inflation.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
And think about this. The most important departments are our energy department and interior department because they control energy. It controls our country, drives our country, oils and everything. And look at the morons we got in charge of here's the energy secretary, Granholm. Listen how stupid she is.
It is not administration policies that have affected supply and demand.
How can you say that? Why don't you answer my question? From January to August, the price of gasoline was up over 30% in my state alone. Are you telling me, Madam Secretary, are you telling me under oath that these policies had no effect?
No, they did not. Ask
That is
Vladimir.
a remarkable statement. I have to say, Madam Secretary, with all due respect, your answers are insulting.
My detector test determined that was a lie.
Unbelievable. These are the people that are in charge. Can you believe this? Inflation has just started. Join my gang free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. so that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1 90020.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, what, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. It's just unbelievable. Okay, a little bit of news. Again, remember, if you're listening on my Sarasota station here in Florida at 9:30, you also can listen and catch me on 860. So 9:30, you can also catch me on 860. 860 a.m., the answer. Okay, now, so we know that we're going to be getting these rallies. There's no question about it. And by the way, every Friday, remember, for 12 months, I said, I'm going to work with you every Friday. I'll do what I call the unfolding of stock market crash. So by the time the crash came, that you wouldn't be surprised. You could go every Friday. I posted it Friday, and I explained why the crash, how it was developing. And I stopped it on February 24th because the crash began. Now I started up again 3 weeks ago, where we're calling it, we're titling it as, anyways, events. I think it's smart events, something like that. We just put a new title on it. But the purpose of Stock Market Explained. And what's nice about it, because it explains to you when something happens in the market, why. Just like today. People really believe the crash is over, and people really believe inflation's over, that it's peaked. And it couldn't be further from the truth. Inflation is going to get so much worse. See, you got to understand where the inflation came from to begin with. But just, again, just take what's going on in Ukraine and all the commodities. Look at oil. Oil's going to go much higher. Gasoline's going to go much higher. This is just not something like a light switch, I'm telling you. This is very serious. And the big problem, we got idiots. Listen to this. This is the head of the, I don't think we played this. This is head of the Interior. Oh, my God. Secretary of the Interior. Now, remember, that's a very, very important job. You only put sharp people there. This one is as sharp as a rubber band.
Do you believe that gas prices are too high?
I think that Americans are still recovering from this terrible pandemic, and there are a lot of other world events that are making things difficult for all of us.
So it sounds you're unwilling to say that gas prices are too high.
We're doing all we can, Senator.
Isn't it unbelievable? In charge of the Interior of our country. That's oil and gas. And then the other dope, Granholm, who's the energy secretary, they asked, she didn't even know how many barrels of oil, what our consumption is. They asked, do you know how many barrels of oil we consume a day? I'm going to have to circle back. How do you become energy secretary? And you don't even know that? You think if you got the job, I understand. If you just got the job, you don't know it. But I think almost a year later that you'd be in there grinding away and studying and figuring out, everything you can, grabbing all the knowledge you could about oil. I would be. I'd be up 24/7 trying to be the smartest person in the world about oil so I could really do a good job, just like I do here. We start here at 4 o'clock in the morning, and the biggest thing we try to get across to our members is what is going on in the market. What's causing this to happen? What's causing that to happen? So the next time the event happens, they go, oh, I get it, and they're not going to make a wrong move. They're not going to make a wrong move. And when you start out, remember, you have access to my personal portfolio and Steve's portfolio called Working Investor Group. And during that 10 days, all you do is pick a few stocks or ETFs from mine or his, and every day he posts what to do with those stocks. He goes over each stock. And so out of the stocks, if you have 3 or 4, just do what he tells you to do. You don't even have to come to a class. You don't even have to look at a video. Just do what he tells you to do.
Schlumberger. This one you're going to go ahead and buy to cover this short position that we had and go long and keep your stop underneath. I want to give it some room, like right down here around 39.75 because our daily is so high. So you're not going to get a lot of shares up here.
Did anybody do that for you? Did anybody do that for you today? Or did you just buy a stock because you said, oh, God, the market's going up. The crash has got to be over. The crash isn't over. crash isn't over. We got a long way to go because we have never had such a bad situation in the way of inflation. And the inflation, I'm not just picking on Biden, but you got to admit, all that inflation between the Trump CARES Act and then add on to that Biden's American Rescue Plan, American Family Plan, Budget Plan, Infrastructure Plan. Thank God he didn't get the other one through. We'd be in real trouble. That's all inflationary. And they don't do anything to cut spending. You've got to cut spending to cut inflation. Instead, they're adding to their inflation. And it's just not the United States. We got a global problem, but nobody wants to hear it. So what we do is we make sure our members, like today. Last week, I talked to them about the semiconductors. I said, we're going to have a rally. We're going to have a rally. I even told you, we're going to have a rally. Doesn't mean the market's over with. Of course it's going to go back down. But we're going into a holiday. These are called relief rallies, where all the big boys are that were shorting, and some of these companies that have made 30%, 20%. They made a fortune shorting. They're not going to go on a long weekend and have a position open. If you made $5,000, would you go over a long weekend? You don't know what's going to happen over the weekend. With all the uncertainty, you're not going to take your profits? Of course you are. That's why the market's going up. So we do what we have two charts. One chart is called the swing trade chart. That's where you in a stock maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 days the most. And then when it goes up, we capture those gains. And when it comes down, we sell it short and capture the gains on the way back down. And then we have the Pro 2, which is color-coded for people who just don't have time to learn, or even if they don't want to learn, they're tired of learning, going to school. I get that. All they want to be told is, okay, buy NVIDIA. Buy here. It just turned green on the chart. Put a stop in here. Okay, now take some profits here. You heard what Steve was saying. So we guide you. And the Pro 2 is so good because it's color-coded, it's technology, it's patented, I patented it, and it assists you with any program you have, no matter what your charts are. So if you look at your charts and you're in Coca-Cola and you're going, God, I wonder if this is going to start dropping now. You go to my chart and let's say it's all green. It's telling you, no, it's not going to drop. If it's turning red, it tells you, yes, it is. If it's turning yellow, it'll tell you, okay, the buyers were coming in, but now buyers are leaving. It turned yellow. And it's all patent. The thing really works. Try it for 10 days. It works. It works. Now let's go into now. Here's the thing that really upsets me. Listen, they're always back on how strong the consumer is. They always lie to you about the consumer.
If you look at the consumer is quite strong.
The consumer is in an extraordinary good shape.
I mean, what a lie that is. 72% of our workers go paycheck to paycheck. And a record percentage of our workers are unable to find a full-time, high-wage, non-service job. Do you know how many service jobs we have? What was it yesterday? 128 million out of 100 and almost 70 million jobs. But 125 million out of 170 million are service jobs, pay $15 an hour. And you're telling us we're in great shape? Are you kidding me? This is crazy. Wages are net negative. Net negative. I don't care how much a wage increase you got. Inflation, are you kidding me? Inflation's taking whatever wage gain. Mortgage applications dropped by 50%. Must be a reason, don't you think? We'll be right back after this break. Join my gang free for 10 days. Check it out now.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color-coded technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
I think companies are going to do what we've discussed before, and that is continue to spend on equipment, particularly on technology, to increase the productivity of their workforce, which is really what is my longer-term underlying optimism is all about. I think some of the really bearish people are looking for this situation to continue well into next year. And I think what they're missing here is that productivity will come in and lower the help to lower inflation.
Now, that's a bold-faced lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Go look it up yourself. Productivity in our country has been falling for over 10 years. That's right. In fact, our productivity has dropped to its lowest level in 40 years. He's just bold-faced lying. That's their job. That's the fake business news job, to make you feel hopeful, confident, optimistic. Not like when you listen to me, you want to put a gun to your head. I get that. Or you're going to go out in your car and put a hose to your tailpipe. I get that, because I tell you the truth. But when you know the truth and you can handle the truth, then you do well. Just like your household. Someone brings you a problem, right? Your son or your daughter, you fix it. We'll fix it. There's nothing you can't fix. But that's the problem. They don't want to fix anything because they like it the way it is, because the more inflation, the very, very wealthy get more wealthy than they already are. They're not going to fix anything. To fix what needs to be fixed would help 80% of our population. But the people in charge are not there for 80% of the population. They're there for their party, I can't stand Republicans. I can't stand Democrats. I was listening the other day on that show, what, 5 is it? There was a rerun, 5. And they got this annoying little snot. She's a little girl, talks through her nose. Talks right through her nose, drives me nuts. She can't be any more than 12 years old. I mean, she looks 12. She's a dope. So they're going through all the bad things that are happening to this country because of the Democratic Party. And she agreed. I go, oh, that's good. We got a Democrat agreeing that they're screwing everything up. They're making a mess. But you know what she said? They asked her, well, how are you going to vote then? And she said, well, I'm still going to vote Democrat. I'm loyal to my party. Wow. When she said that, I could have just thrown the TV out the window. I mean, I couldn't believe exactly what the problem is. It's the party. It's everything's for the party, not what's best for the country. The Republicans are no different. No one cares about the people. They only care about the top 1%. That's all they care about, because that's how they get elected, through the 1%. They put up all the money. They get them in office. So what do? What we do is this. We'll put you in a position that you don't care if the market's going up and you don't care if the market's going down. Once you get in that position, what a difference it makes. Think about the 401k. It's always got to go up. Think what a terrible product that is. For you to retire and live comfortably, it's always got to be going up. And when it goes down, you can't do anything about it. You just lose. You just lose. So when the market comes down 10%, it's got to go up 12, 13% to break even. Market goes down 50%, it's got to go up 100%. Market comes down 25%, it's got to go up about 35% to break even. What kind of odds is that? That's crazy. That's insane. Being in a 401k, I get it. They match you. They can keep their match. Once you learn how the market really works, like today, you wouldn't be in there buying stocks today as an investment, the last thing you'd be doing, because you know this market's going to come right back down. Because why wouldn't? Has somebody come up with an answer for this inflation? We got the same morons in Washington. They don't care about inflation. They spend. They don't care. To get inflation down, they got to start cutting the budget. They got to cut, but they won't. They never cut the budget. Remember, Biden came out and said, I cut the budget by $1.5 trillion. No, he didn't. That was a bold-faced lie, another lie. That $1.5 trillion was a line item. Trump used that money for COVID. Now, Biden doesn't need that this year, because that was done, it's done in fiscal years, and that was done when Trump was in office. So you don't need that money. So they took the money out, and he comes out, look at this, I did a great job. I cut the budget. What are you, nuts? Then he says that we're outperforming China. We're outperforming. Our growth is outperforming China. This is what I've done. Look how I've led this country. Our economic growth is better than China's. We forgot to tell people China is closed down. Their economy's closed down. My God. That's like you go to the park and you're going to play basketball. And it's like playing basketball with somebody who has no legs and no arms. You go home and you say to your mother, boy, did I beat him. Boy, I outscored him. But he failed to tell her that the kid had no arms or legs. I mean, just ridiculous. That's how ridiculous this is. So you got to be in a position, you almost got to tune out all this garbage that's going on, and then you zone in on the market. And all you zone in on is the money flow. Where's the money going? Well, we knew most of the money for the last 6-7 months have been going to oil. And have we done fantastic in energy? That's where we put our money. And my members were in energy. And we caught energy before anybody else did. And then we've been shorting this market. Ever since November 2021, we started to short the big tech stocks. They dropped 30%. We've been shorting ever since, because that was the last month those stocks would ever rally again. They'll never make a new high. Never make a new high again. Because inflation's too high. They can't print more money and go in and buy treasuries to drop yields down so tech stocks will go up again. Your gasoline would be $10 a gallon for regular. So the idea is, when the day comes, we either have our members, they're doing what we call these little swing trades, where they take advantage of today. Very nice. A lot of our stocks just went up. They're going to be up for 2 days, 3 days. Sometimes our stock goes up for a day, and we can pull as much as 5 to 10%. Then we're done. So that's one chart we use, and it fits a day like today. When the market makes a new low, and it's going to, then we switch back over to our Pro 2, the color-coded chart. And as long as everything's staying red, it tells us money's still coming out. And guess what? All these stocks that people are buying today, if you look on my color-coded chart, the money's still coming out of these stocks. But people are buying them because they don't understand. They don't understand how it works. So we've been shorting the tech stocks since November of 2021. How many of you have been doing that? You haven't. Because you keep listening, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be terrific. It's not going to be terrific. It's not going to be terrific. So I just, again, I try to reach out to you every day. I don't know what else to do. And I guess the only deal I can make is I'm going to reach out to you and help you. You come for 10 days, work with us free. Don't have to pay a dime for the color-coded chart. Don't have to pay a dime to be a member. And at least when you leave, you're going to learn how to short the spiders. And once you learn how to short the spiders, you can learn how to short anything. It's easy. It's easy. We get all our new members shorting the spiders. And we tell you exactly how to do it every day. You're not alone. You have like a private coach. Okay, like we're right at your house doing it for you. Because if we can get everybody in the world to learn how to short the spiders, then they learn how to short everything. And boy, will their life change, financial life. If you're in the market, your financial market life will change once you get to the point you can say, you know what? It doesn't matter to me if the market's going down or the market's going up. Or if the market's going up for 2 days, 1 day, or for 2 years. I'm always going to be in the right position. Join the gang. Phil'sGang.com. Free for 10 days.
You've been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at Phil'sGang.com. That's Phil'sGang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.